I'll pull this thing out here because this looks like a, and this is stuck up against that wall, this whole thing. And you can see when you look at that one that there's reds in there, a lot of swirls. So I just tap on them. Might take quite a few taps before it comes apart. You see some of these here come off. This will have some reds in it, and see, that's just a good chalcedony. That you could nap unheated because of the lighter the color, usually the better the napping for unheated. Well, little cracks everywhere. But there's a block came loose there at the side, and you can see it has a lot of lines. This quartz, so I usually just, if they sound loose, I just tap them apart. If they're, you can tell pretty quick if they're solid or not. See the reds, tans, it's got really good colors. And there's always a lot of material that you can't use, but other than lapidary, you can see it just has colors. This area has some of the finest colors that are on the ridge, really. This piece here, that's the best piece I dug today. I'll work on this a little more because I know there's a block came loose. You can already see it has reds, goes into yellows and chalcedonies. I keep test every corner. Don't tap them too hard because it does cone them. You can see the colors in there, anything from tans to yellows to like a mustard tan, and these are just good saw blocks because they have a lot of quality rock and they're irregular shape, but you kind of figure out how you saw them. So here is the other part of that rock, and there's still some, gotta tap them apart, little plates. Again, you can see where the rust stain is, probably red in under that rust stain. Got like a blue purple line running through it. And you can see this piece flakes real well. See the colors in there, it just doesn't end colors. We look at some of the stuff, you keep knocking loose, and pockets like these are what hold the rock together. It's just a crystal pocket. You can see the quartz line goes real deep, and these crystals have probably been pretty much damaged, but you can see the little crystals, and also there they are. That looks pretty good there. Some of them get pretty good sized. They did make arrowheads out of some of this, out of those crystals here off of the ridge that were big enough, but most of them are not. But that's what holds it together a lot. And you can also see when you see this there, yellow or orange or clay is probably where the Indians could not break it. So they just had to do like I do at times, just look at it. And you see, you know, a lot of things that are not nappable. I'll work on this one again a little more because you can hear it, the way it sounds, that it'll come apart there. Again, it's a real irregular shaped rock, but you can hear it's solid and it rings like a bell. So these are all saw blocks. I am up here. Then this is the last piece off of that whole thing that popped loose. Got a plate down here, and the rest looks pretty solid. You can see the tans, yellows, black marking line right around it, the edge of it. So, and there's just no two pieces alike. This is a hard. It's starting to come. You can hear it's coming loose. But it's the one that runs the whole length, but it's coming loose about right in there. Well, goes all the way. And it has, you can see the yellows, the reds, the best of Flint Ridge. I usually try to get a little of the not needed off of there. Try to test about every corner. You can see it's just a good piece of flint with a little mud. And that's how it'll be all day long. You can see these here are nothing but solid blocks of good flint right along there. It's just going to take a lot of time to get them to come apart. There's one other one down here that I thought looked pretty interesting. This one here, don't know how it's not as good as I thought. But it'll have plates on it. You can already see it has some tans and orange and lines. So you never know what you're going to get into. You just test every corner. Seems to be pretty good. See, it has like little flecks in there, and a lot of times you'll see a little bit of a cut. It may not go very far. A lot of times if there's a little quartz crystal sitting there, it'll as you can see on the open piece, the piece I took off, and what it does, it'll crack from that quartz crystal to the edge. So they're internal cracks that you don't see until you start getting into them. We've got a chunk of flint here. I'm going to see if it'll blink down, and that's good chalcedony looking rock. You can see some of the big flakes that are coming off, so it should nap unheated. I just go around it and you'll see it. Just to find a good platform without an abrader is hard to do. It's got a little line here through the crystal. Cut it there, so we'll work around it and try to, well, that and there didn't help none. But it'll make something. cut here. It's only on this side, and that side it's not. So you can see it's fairly deep when it goes all the way into the about right there. It would not go through that cut, but we can do a smaller one too. Starting to come across out of there. I don't talk as much when I'm blanking. So it's starting to shape up. Use the billet for my braidor. Starting to get thinner, flatter flakes. Got a crystal there. I'm going to try to get it removed. Well, it may stay in there. Hitting very good on this one. You can see if you look at the end of my billet, it's not very good for final flaking, but okay, well, what I'm going to do is try to get this out of the bottom here before I do more on that ledge, and then it'll just cleave off as I won't have to worry about what's underneath here, but it'll take me probably 4 or 5 days to do, maybe a week to do this whole ledge. And I don't like to do it all in 1 week. I take a couple days, miss a couple days, because it wears on the person. But anyhow, that's a little blade that and they'd sit around do that all day. Anyhow, that's until the next time.